It's so squashed. How's it going, everybody?
What's up?
What's up? Welcome back to Gear and Beer in the studio. We're off from the studio for a week because of the
apocalypse?
storm. Well, it wasn't. They were saying it was going to be the storm of the century, but it ended up just being a pretty inconvenient storm that wasn't quite as bad as we thought.
Well, yeah,
but
we all
also was bad enough that we couldn't get here.
Yeah.
So. Yeah, we're back in the studio. Derek and Sean held it down last week at Sean's place, which is killer. For anyone who tuned into that last week, what will you guys think of doing more like remote streams like that? I think like being able to do that opens up like a very large, obviously, group of people that we can get involved with this
100%,
that can't come here. So, yeah, are people into that type of thing? Like, do you care if it's like a full-blown studio production, or are you guys kind of cool with having like remote guests and stuff like that? We'd love that type of feedback. So, yeah, let us know. Robbie, what's up? Poo Ninja, always. What's up? I saw you were here like way early. So what's up? What's up, Dave? What's up, Ryan? 420 day. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we wanted a very suiting topic for today.
Yeah, it seemed appropriate. 420.
Yeah, we're
Let's
kind of
do
thinking
stoner
like,
jams,
hey,
right?
we realized that like the day before because Derek was initially going to be back from his Nashville trip, and because of the storm and a couple other things got a bit delayed, and we're like, what would be a good topic? We're like, oh shit, let's do a stoner rock episode.
It's gotta be. It's gotta
So,
be.
yeah.
So we've literally busted out all of our fuzz pedals.
Yeah. Yeah. More shit posts. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yeah. In-person chemistry, cool. I like having, there's something to be said for that too. And I think that's something we're getting used to again after the whole pandemic is the in-person thing, the in-person chemistry being a thing, readjusting to all of that. Doing at Kyle's place. Fancy mixed drinks. It would just all be gin and Kyle would drink all of it within the first 5 minutes and then it would be over. His brother just ordered pizza. Nice, dude. Perfect timing. Hey guys, remote last week was cool. Enjoyed it. Nice. Yeah, Sean's got a lot of cool stuff in his studio, and again, like I think being able to use those different spaces and different personalities that might not be able to actually get up here is like totally cool if people are into that type of thing. So.
Poo Ninja early morning show. Call it Up at Dawn with Sean.
Oh, that's not bad. Have
That's
like
not bad at all.
Have like a Sean Tubbs morning talk show where
Yeah.
he like, oh man, just relaxes you with just beautiful playing for your day. Just good to go. Okay, hear me out. Oh God, Alex has something coming. Drinking at Dan's. Yeah, Dan actually I think is going to be coming back in again too. He's been really enjoying coming to hang out with everyone, and we've been enjoying learning a lot from him. Every time he's been here, I feel like I've learned so much. So, yeah, man. Hella poggers, bro. Alex, you're gonna like the Revv meme tomorrow if you're saying that. I had never heard that expression before Kyle sent it to me, and I was like, "What is this?" And
I don't get it. Yeah.
you'll get. I don't know. Look up what poggers means. I didn't know what it means either. It's like super cool internet person talk.
Okay.
That I'm not cool enough to
I'm
understand.
super not familiar with like internet person talk, so.
Yeah. Dan's sick. Yeah, Dan is the best, man. It's great to have him up here. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like aside from like the obvious April 20th thing, like these types of tones are like, the really fuzzier type of tones, like I feel like we, with our products at least, generally have like clarity as one of the end goals.
Yeah.
So I've heard people do a lot of this type of stuff like with Revv products, but I feel like you would dive more into this realm than I would, but for myself, yeah.
Into the fuzz realm, yeah, a little bit, yeah.
Or just like the hairier, more like just ballsy tones, like that are just like big sounding and like hairy sounding and angry sounding, as opposed to like really having like the articulation, which is something that I very much prefer for like what I play.
100%. Yeah,
But-
we come from different spaces there for sure.
Yeah, totally. This is like a totally new realm for me, and I feel like for Revv, like the G4, I guess, is closer to what would be on this end, because like it has kind of that more like open boomy, kind of like less tight, but just big.
More staggy.
Yeah, exactly. Like those types of sounds. Yeah, so this will be fun because a lot of these pedals I've not tried.
Yeah, that's gonna be the
So,
fun part, man. We got all
yeah.
these fuzz pedals behind us, and I haven't played through a lot of them, so.
Yeah. What does it say? Fire is hot. Let's do this. Nice. Don't hide it. Light it. Nah, not indoors. So yeah, we basically just kind of scrounged through the office and found a bunch of really cool like fuzz pedals and stuff that we don't use as often. Ranging from stuff that is bigger name to like a pedal that one of my buddies just built in Nova Scotia. Like a ton of different types of stuff. We got the Swanson Fuzz.
That
a
really cool.
couple classic Big Muffs.
Classic Boss Hyper Fuzz over here.
Yeah, and I'm curious to see what that sounds like.
Yeah.
The SI Fuzz as well.
Don't underestimate it, man. The Hyper Fuzz is
No?
The
See,
Hyper Fuzz is dope.
I know
yeah.
nothing about it. I know nothing about it, so we should try it. Yeah, what do you, I guess, yeah, like,
I mean, I've got a couple fuzzes on my, this isn't my board, but this is one of my pedals right here, the Octopus. Yeah, it's like a fuzz that's on my board all the time.
Nice.
The
The PBR is a prop, but we also are drinking them. He asked if the PBR was a prop for the stoner metal theme.
Both, yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
I am a prop for the stoner metal theme, guys. Look at me.
I wouldn't say so. You're playing like more accurate riffs than I am for this.
Thanks, man. Yeah, but yeah, this is a staple of mine. And then I do have a Big Muff on my board. I got this one right here. But I'm using Derek's cool Russian Big Muff, which is...
Yeah, and if Derek is here, he could maybe tell us more about that. But to my knowledge, that's like the OG Big Muff. Like, is that correct? Do you know?
I don't know the exact history of it. And if I
Okay.
say anything, I'm sure there's a million people that could correct me.
Yeah, for sure. But I do think it is like, you know, an older Russian one.
It's
so
an
like
older Russian one,
It
yeah.
is like a classic Big
Yeah,
Muff.
they were
and not a
making them in...
replica
I
of,
think
like-
they're making them in the States first, and then they sold the design, I could be wrong about this, to Sovtech, and they started building them out of Russia. Like
Right.
all the like electroharmonic stuff was being built out of Russia for a while. And that's when
Yeah.
these
Wh-
cool Russian Big Muffs started coming
Which
into
makes
it.
sense with like the whole tube factory being there and like
Yeah.
all of that stuff,
Yeah.
which obviously has been a hot topic for us talking about here and like
course.
all of that stuff. And the Octopussies from Catalan Bread?
Catlin Bread, yeah.
And
And,
it-
it's so just a weird, glitchy, unpredictable octave fuzz.
Nice. That's
It sounds
kinda-
awesome.
Yeah. Let's hear it. Yeah, it's like, that's your kind of go-to. Like, is that one that's
It's
actually...
not my go-to because realistically, it sounds so weird and it is so unpredictable that I don't know where to put it in. Like trying to write with it is weird. So it just becomes like an on-stage kind of gimmick. Just like when I want to get
Yeah.
really wild, I'll just throw this on and it just
Totally.
sounds
Just like
nuts,
it gets
yeah.
it all hairy. That's cool, man.
It's cool. It doesn't do multiple notes well. Like
Right. You're saying it's made to be kind of like the single note bangers.
yeah,
Right.
it decays really crazy. Too.
That's cool though. Like it almost sounds like digital.
Yeah, it sounds like glitchy and like a computer on the fritz.
That's cool. So what's on there for actual controls on it?
It's got a gain knob up here.
Yep.
It's hard to read what it says. It's got this crazy psychedelic writing. I think it says bottom.
Nice.
So it's kind of like apparently it's like a negative feedback loop.
Right.
So I'm not sure exactly what it's doing.
Right.
But it's kind of adding more gain. When you crank it up really high, the low end starts to like really kind of like
Just
bloom.
clip out and
Yeah.
like, yeah.
And then this isn't it's not really a volume knob, it's an attenuation knob.
Oh,
So
interesting. So it kind of just squashes everything?
it just starts to take it out. It gets quieter as you turn that knob up.
Weird.
But the user's manual says to kind of leave it full and then use your own volume control to get every kind of sound in between.
So
it
leave
starts-
leave it full being at 0.
Yeah, exactly.
Right. Okay.
It's loud as hell though too.
Oh, geez. Ring modish. Yeah, it does almost have like a ring modulator
Yeah,
type sound to
totally.
it. Yeah, totally.
And then like using like your volume and tone controls too. Like it's got so many different sounds like kind of under its fingertips.
Man, it's like such cool sounds. It's funny, like these are not like even when we were jamming on these and warming up. It's like these are not sounds that I would ever use, but like even just having the guitar feel like that makes you want to play differently.
It's
Like,
totally, man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a totally different approach.
And again, like that's not something that I use a lot, but it's,
No, but
it's fun to play with.
It
though,
sounds
dude.
sick. Alex, I saw you ask. I don't know if the HM2, like you could probably make it fuzz. I think Dan, maybe it was Dan that was explaining it to me, but the way the tone stack is wired in the HM2, and if this is totally wrong, then I guess, sorry. But I believe that it actually, like each EQ kind of like feeds into the next EQ, and that's kind of why you can get these really weird, almost like clippy, like as opposed to
Okay.
everything being in parallel, it's like a straight line.
Sorry, I was reading there and I missed the first part of what you
Sorry,
said. actually.
I think that's how the HM2 achieves that kind of fuzzy sound, is the EQ kind of like feeds into itself at, like down the
okay,
line,
yeah.
and that's why you can manipulate some of the frequencies in a certain way, as opposed to having just like a parallel EQ. I don't know if that's like the right terminology for it. It was something like that he was explaining, but
Okay.
these drinks are not THC infused. These are just beers.
No, we should have thought of something like that though.
Yeah, I guess so. But yeah, this is the Little Brown Jug 1919. Little Brown Jug, I mentioned before on here, is a great local brewery. This is one of my favorites from them.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I'm just drinking my standard PBRs.
Classic PBRs, man. That's why
Nothing
we keep
wrong
them in
with
the
that.
fridge.
No shame, man.
Yeah. Andy, what's up, dude? Oh, you're not late, dude. It's all good. Thanks for tuning in.
Andy, I saw your your reversible Revv amp there. Did you see his post?
Oh yeah, because we sent him the other faceplate, and I was
Yeah.
gonna say like, there's no way he screwed that in, because like, how would you? I was like thinking in my head for like half an hour. I was like, how would you screw both sides in? Because
Yeah.
you'd have to screw
I
it
didn't
cleaning up
think
both
of
sides.
that,
And I was like,
actually,
oh,
yeah.
I guess he just put it there for the picture.
Yeah.
But I was thinking like, how could we do that and actually make it work?
Yeah.
Like if you could do it through the top, maybe. I don't know.
I don't know. I'm just,
But-
well, there's a will, there's a way, right?
And he had 2 faceplates for his amp, and yeah, he sent us a picture of like kind of like the double-sided amp, which is
Yeah,
sweet.
I'm happy it's all sorted out now.
Yeah,
Right on.
yeah, it's awesome. Anyways, yeah, I mean, you can play on that thing a little bit if you want. That sounds really cool.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's one of my favorites. It doesn't do chords well, but I can't not play chords with it.
Right. Man, but like, I feel like it almost just like when it senses like the polyphonicness happening, it just kind of like clips it out and like overloads it, and it almost sounds like cooler.
Yeah.
Like for that type of thing. Like,
It's cool, man. Yeah.
yeah, cool, man.
Love it.
That's friggin' grindy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I started off, and I guess, yeah, I'll kind of walk through what I have here. I mean, my board is obviously vastly, it's in disarray right now, just because I realized that not all the pedals that we grabbed are top mounted, and I have all like the cables set up to be top mounted. So we're gonna switch some pedals out, so excuse the jankiness on this just as we do that, just to accommodate that. But I was using it first at the beginning here, the hoof, or how do you say it, hoof or hoof?
I would have called it the hoof.
Hoof, okay.
I think I would have called it that. Now you got me second guessing.
I don't know. I was gonna say hoof, and then I was like, is it hoof or hoof? I don't know.
Maybe it is hoof.
What do you say in the comments? Spell it out.
Yeah, hoof or hoof.
Yeah. So with this, yeah, like I was using it like really
You're
clipped.
using it with everything.
Literally
Yeah,
everything
yeah.
cranked. But I will say, this can be like a fairly like I used to sell a lot of these at Quest. Like I remember when we picked up Earthquaker.
Yeah.
And I will say like Earthquaker has continued to kill it with amazing products, and like there's tons of people using them.
Yeah.
They make some of my favorite products, especially like the modular stuff. But
This is kind of like their like classic fuzz too. I think it's
Yeah.
essentially a Big Muff style fuzz
yeah.
with an added control.
Hoof. That's there you go. It's hoof. W-H-O
Oh, okay.
W-H-O-F.
Yeah.
Thanks, Alex. I knew I could count on you. The dodecahedron. Is that what it is? Dodecahedron amp for the tabletopers. It's like, I think that's the right word. Sorry, yeah. So the hoof, I will say, like, just from kind of messing around with it, like, it can be fairly musical too. But I will say, like, with those tones, like, there's a certain scooped mid character. Like, even where there's, like, where it's
Yeah.
not clipping out, but you can just hear this kind of, like, you know what I mean? Like, the mid-range is kind of, like, I don't know. I don't know how to describe it, really.
Well, it is the Big Muff thing too. Is like notorious, like famously, like scoops the mids right out.
And the attack, I feel like, as well. Like, it almost, like, because
because
there's...
it's so big. Yeah.
Yeah, like I generally am a fan with like what I play with leads, like having a fairly dark tone where you hear a lot of the articulation and the picking, but with this, like, you don't hear a lot of the pick attack, especially when you like do this type of thing. So like when you're playing quickly, it almost feels like more like synth-like or more vocal-like because the attack is kind of getting like ducked out, if that makes sense.
Totally.
But yeah, so there's this level on this, obviously, volume, and the tone. Which to me doesn't kind of seem like a 1 to 10 thing. Like,
That's a tone control.
yeah, it's weird.
It kind of does something weird there at the top.
it's
like it kind of
interesting.
starts to scoop like all that low end out. It almost.
I feel like it's. I'd have to look up the manual. As I said, I didn't really look at this, but I feel like 0 to 5 is almost like one character, and 5 to 10 is like a different character. Because like
almost
when
what I'm getting out of it.
because this is at 0. This is at, it's almost like a. It's almost like a
Yeah, like a filter. Or something.
yeah. That's cool. And then fuzz is obviously just your overall level. So like if I wanted to use it just kind of as a drive, it actually would do it quite well.
What's that width control do? Is that what it says, width?
Shift.
Oh, shift.
So the shift I think is like the clip, which is cool because like
Okay,
it actually has like a fuzz level, like a gain level, and then like a clip control separate, which is neat. So like that's what you get.
Oh yeah.
Like I almost feel like the tone and the shift work together.
Totally.
But then when it gets really hairy is when you get that. Super dark. But it's interesting, eh? Like when the shift is max and you do that tone control like that.
Oh yeah.
You know, it's almost more scooped as you turn it up. Luke, what's up, dude? Yeah, it's interesting. Like it doesn't respond necessarily how.
Not like you would expect a tone
expect
control
it
to
to.
function, yeah.
But I do like it's pretty practical. Like, but
Yeah.
yeah, this is how it was. I literally was running it like. It's like so clipped out.
When you're doing this like that riffy stuff though, like it's
Yeah, but the tone control is like.
whoa,
Right?
man.
Just needs to get
Yeah,
there.
it's wild.
That's crazy, actually. Yeah, like that. And that's with the shift back a bit.
I like that.
Yeah, that's cool. The tone control is almost doing more of the clip thing. I kind of like it around there. I don't know, man. Yeah, I think that's the move for that type of tone. Yeah.
Damn,
That's
dude.
cool, man. Yeah, we would sell a lot of these at Quest. I would say this was kind of like, for anyone who didn't just want to spend like $70 on the mini Big Muff or whatever, like
Yeah.
the cheap version was, and you actually wanted to spend like a decent chunk on a fuzz, we were selling a ton of these and like the Hoof Reaper. There was a couple different like iterations of it.
Yeah, totally, yeah.
Yeah, the Cloven Hoof, is that what it was?
Nice.
Oh, there it is. There's no reverb that time. I'm disappointed by that.
Yeah, good.
What was
Your
that?
game there, boys.
Is that a duck?
Yeah, I think it was the Cloven Hoop. Yeah, there's a couple of them though, yeah.
Yeah. What's up, Derek? How's it going, man? Where are you right now? Where did you make it to tonight? Did you guys end up doing Grand Forks? Are you gonna drive all the way through? Stan, what's up? Dominique, some friends here. Nick, Sticks and Stones, what's up, dude? How's it going? Yeah, that's fun. Those are tones I would not usually mess around with at all. So,
Yeah.
Yeah. Bo, ever try the Electro-Harmonics graphic fuzz? Might be killer for that type of style.
Graphic fuzz.
What is
No.
that? What's that, Cliff? I feel like I've heard of that, but I don't know if I've ever actually seen that. Also, how's it going? Good. Thanks for tuning in again, Cliff. Yeah.
Yeah, good to see you, man.
Graphic
yeah,
fuzz.
the graphic fuzz I don't know.
That almost makes me think that it has like a graphic EQ.
Oh,
Alex, do you know what it is?
I think he's looking it up.
Maybe it has an explicit logo on it. It's very graphic.
Oh, Derek said Buffalo Wild Wings.
Oh, dude.
I'm super jealous, dude. Oh, that's good. I will say Buffalo Wild Wings does kind of give me trauma, though, of driving down to Nashville, and we would stop and eat Buffalo Wild Wings and then proceed to drive for 8 hours in a
Oh, yeah.
truck full of 5 dudes.
Nightmare.
It was horrible. Yeah, but the wings were good. So,
Ronnie's here.
Ronnie, what's up, man? Can you do me a favor and
Do a squealy on it.
squealy on it and a girl pitch harmonic? Sure, in honor of Zach Wild. I will say, this is the 91. This is the G4, by the way. Some squealies for you, Ronnie.
Awesome.
That's the good stuff. You do it way better than I do, man. it was funny. I was talking to Scott, or not talking to Scott. Scott had that thread about checking out Black Label Society today.
Yeah.
I was like, what album should I check out? And I was like, the one with the pinch harmonics.
The one
on
with
it.
the squeeze on it,
Yeah, exactly. All of them.
Cliff says it's kind of a multi-stage fuzz pedal.
Cool. That
yeah,
sounds really
I'm not
interesting.
familiar, but I want to check that out. That sounds really interesting.
Yeah, 100%. That's sick. Yeah, a couple people have commented on me using this Les Paul because I was like adamantly against using Les Pauls when we started using these live streams. And I think Derek put it really well in that a good guitar is a good guitar, and we happen to, he and Dorian and whoever else has brought them in have like happened to find some really nice Les Pauls.
Yeah.
And that's the thing is like I think a nice Les Paul or a nice Strat or a nice Telly, I'm personally not really partial to anything in that regard. It's kind of just like
Whatever feels good.
if it's nice, yeah, I think so. And I think with this, that's kind of the case. Is this guitar specifically just feels and sounds so sick. So yeah, I like it.
I was thinking the same thing like a couple weeks ago. I was like, it's weird seeing Sam with like a Les Paul.
Yeah,
all the time,
literally. Yeah, I know. I can't get used to it though. It's like, look, if I see myself holding it, it's like, oh, it's weird.
I don't know. You look good with it, dude. It looks good
Thanks,
on
man.
you.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it. What do we got? Unless it's an SG. Derek could have called if you were putting it. Yeah, unless it's an SG. Yeah, Derek doesn't like SGs, unfortunately. Do you like SGs?
I want to like them, but I don't. I don't get along with them.
Yeah.
They feel funny in my hand. It feels very long and
It's the neck dive.
yeah,
I think.
I don't like it.
It's the neck dive. Let's do some more pedals, man.
Okay.
What else you got on there? So,
So I also got the Big Muff on here.
So this is okay. So Derek, you're here now. If you're still watching, do you know?
What's the
what-
story on your Russian Muff?
Yeah, like when is the Russian? Alex, good SGs suck. What's the story with this Big Muff? Yeah, like is it? How old is it? Obviously, it's Russian. Yeah. How old is it?
Yeah, I guess that's all we wanted to know, really.
Yeah.
Any information you have on it is cool because we didn't really know a lot, but it's awesome.
So this is like the OG. This is what it's all based on. Very much just what I think when I think of a fuzz tone.
Yeah, it's like
super
pretty
standard.
classic fuzz, very big.
Yeah, totally.
It seems very dark, actually.
That's
like with my Big Muff, like the little guy here.
Yep.
I usually leave like that tone control pretty far back to keep it from getting like too bright and kind of out of control.
Yeah.
But that's still pretty mellow with the tone control. Like,
Yeah.
Up pretty high.
Yeah.
Another bridge pickup, but
Also, guys, yeah, if you're enjoying the stream or if you watch these streams with us weekly, give us a like, smash the like button. That helps the algorithm. Thank you, Poo Ninja, for the reminder.
thanks, Pooh.
Thanks, Pooh. That's great. Yeah, I feel like that's kind of like the Klon thing, where it's like it's the original.
Yeah.
And obviously, like we did compare the original Klon to some of the copies, and it legitimately sounds like better. But I feel like it's one of those things where it's like that was kind of the starting point, and it's like obviously renowned as what it is because it was kind of that starting point.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
Yeah, no, totally. Yeah.
Yeah.
Everything
Like,
everything from that point on is just like.
Do you like
trying-
it?
Do I like it?
Do you like it more than that?
I think I'd have to put it through my rig to really know that for sure.
Yeah.
Because like I'm never using this on its own either. I'm always playing it through. I'm playing it like running it into an overdrive usually. And without like my stuff here to play around with it too, I'm not really sure if I'd rather have it on my board or not.
Yeah.
But I will say that I think alone it stands up better than this guy does.
Yeah. We should throw that on there next to the Octopussy there.
Let's do it.
Let's compare them. I'll talk about the High Road Fuzz here too. What we got that going on. Also, Kyle, sorry, what did you say? Are you just talking about the head in the background that's chilling there? Like the dummy head that Alex's wife put makeup on? I never played a Les Paul until a client gave me an up here on Christmas on a bag guitar. Yeah, the Epiphone stuff for the price is like honestly pretty great. Nice. There he is. Black Russian Big Muff was circa 98, 2000. Thank you, Dave. It's actually the green Russian that's more typical. Gotcha.
Yeah,
Cool.
that's the OG, is the green one, the green Russian muff, yeah.
Oh, he's talking about what you guys made the hand do. No, I think that's new. I just noticed it when you mentioned that, Alex. I literally didn't notice that until now. Who did that? Did you do that, Alex? Yeah, no one touched it. You did do it, though. That's actually unbelievable. Oh my! I didn't even.
I can't believe I didn't notice that.
Dude, I didn't even notice that you did that. Oh my god! Okay, let's make it the devil horns. Let's go, guys. It's a little more appropriate. Alex Stobie, everybody. No, it's okay. That's incredible. Kyle's losing. Oh, I didn't even know what you were talking about. I was like, what? What's going on? That's unreal. Oh, dude. All right. Great. Thanks, guys. Now we can't get posted on YouTube because someone said that. Okay. Anyways, I was going to go over the High Road Fuzz here, which I think is Joey's, this was pre-Golden Boy, I think, when he did the Jackson audio thing. So this is by Mythos Pedals, which is by our buddy Zach, who Derek and Travis are good buddies with. He's done a lot of stuff with Revv, and he makes awesome stuff. I think he's working at J-Rocket.
Okay.
Yep. So this is what I'm going to start with it just really low. Man, the one thing I'm getting from a lot of these is they are super vocal. I know I said that before, but
I love that fuzz, man.
I can't get over how different it makes me. I mean, it makes me want to play mostly pentatonic scales, but also just in terms of just the feel of everything. So different, man. That's interesting. This thing also gets a lot hairier than I expected to.
How does it clean up?
That was cleaned up.
How does it clean up with your guitar, though?
Yeah. Exactly. And that's the thing. It's I'm also not a volume guy because I'm not a real guitar player.
Yeah, right.
That's actually a really good observation. Yeah, realizing how much of this type of tone will come from what you want to do with your guitar that way. And then it just clubs out on you. So this is maxed out. This is hairier than I thought it was going to be. This is cool.
Definitely, yeah.
Crazy.
So hairy, dude.
Yeah, man. I'm actually pretty impressed with that.
Yeah, that's wild sounding, man.
Crazy. Also, the clean on this is so clean. I feel like it would hit that a bit harder. That's all coming from the pedal. Yeah. Cool, man. I like that. But the entire higher lows set through a fuzz, that would sound horrible. You wouldn't hear anything. Play all the clean parts. It was Bo and I were talking earlier. We just opened the show playing
Yeah, that's the sound.
Sorry, yeah, that's the sound here. Smooth jazz. I can't do any more. That's good for 2 seconds.
Yeah.
Sweet. Yeah, that's sweet. I actually really like that a lot, the High Road Fuzz.
Yeah, it's cool. It's a great sounding fuzz, man.
Yep. Got the other guy in there?
Yeah. I don't know. It just doesn't have the same bottom end that the other one has.
No, I see what you mean for sure. And it may just be like a component thing.
Yeah, it just doesn't
I
have
like that
this.
though. Like it still has that like
it's
synthy
cool.
character. Yeah. So like, how would you actually use that? Like, how do you use it in your
So
set?
I use it again into like usually like a D20 or something, something with a little bit of gain, and then into an overdrive is how I usually run it.
Cool.
Into like a low gain kind of thing.
Interesting.
Yeah, but it's actually sounding pretty good on its own here right now. I would run it with a lot less sustain though.
Yeah. And the sustain on that is kind of what gives it the clip sound.
Yeah, that's gonna be like it's kind of like a gain knob. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I don't play in like a riff, like a stoner riff rock band either. So I don't ever play it like that.
Yeah. You use this with Royals though?
With Royals a little bit, yeah. Again, I don't actually use a lot of fuzz. I just like them on my board because
They're fun.
They're fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, it sounds so different when I'm not running it into something else.
Right. How does it go into this?
I'm gonna try it into the. I guess I should. Let's see.
And the G8 is at the front of the chain. Just the way it's positioned there. The G3, I will say, can get pretty transparent if you really want it to.
Yeah.
Yeah, Kyle brings up a good point. He's like, likes running it really lightly just to give some more fuzz squish and character to like a more normal gain tone. Like
Exactly.
It kind of gives
Yeah.
more squish
Yeah.
to
So I
that
run it in
attack.
front of my overdrive just to give it like a weirder kind of thing, but still have like the sound or like the main tone coming from
Yeah.
like the drive after it. It's a lot into the G3.
I like that though. Yeah.
It's cool, yeah. It's like really slamming that G3.
And that's kind of treating the G3 almost like an amp channel too, which is like
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of people use it for an overdrive tone, but like you can use it as a channel and boost it really nicely.
100%. Yeah. It's still a lot though. Like I probably, if I was using the amp channel, I probably wouldn't use the purple channel for fuzz. I'd probably run like the green channel.
I was
with, like,
gonna
a
say
little bit of
channel 2,
drive.
yeah. And it's funny because even with this, like the clean is so clean that like putting it on the second channel and turning the gain back, like that clean will give you a little more more grit out of it when you push it. But this is so like clear the whole time that I almost found I liked it more with like a slightly broken.
When you're playing into fuzz, you almost kind of need something in between both those channels. Like this kind of amp
Yeah,
is
exactly.
really good for
which
it,
is
yeah.
why the D20 is so great for that.
Yeah. Yeah, even with the gain like right down on the Big Muff, it's hitting that G3 so hard. It's just like it's getting so massive.
Nice. That's sick.
Yeah.
I should grab
I
a-
love fuzz pedals, man.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Super fun. Luke says he has a little Big Muff that you can try out.
Who is a Big Muff?
Luke, like from here.
Oh, a little Big Muff. Yeah,
Like-
we were talking about it before. Yeah.
Sorry, who? Luke, who are you?
Yeah, Luke.
Sorry?
Who? Yeah. Sorry, buddy.
That's unreal.
Alex was saying this is almost like bit crushery. Yeah, almost a little bit. With
Totally.
with the octave fuzz in there, it gets really out of control.
What of these do we want to try? You got the Hyper Fuzz and the Mjolnir.
Okay. What do I want to try?
Yeah, you pick one, I'll pick one.
I've played that Black Fuzz.
What is this called? Is it the SI?
I can't remember what it's called.
SI Fuzz. It is the King of Tone.
Yeah.
Okay, we put the dual lock over what it says.
King of Tone sounds.
It just says SI Fuzz, so
Cool.
I'm assuming that's what it is. So I'll grab that.
They're awesome. I want to try the Ron Swanson. I think.
Swanson. Okay. And then
Or yeah, I got to.
And then I'll take the bandsaw. All right, I'm gonna swap a couple things out here.
I might want to try the bandsaw after you too. Actually, that's a pretty.
Luke,
sounds wild.
Luke, you're not nobody. You make perfect pedals, dude.
Yeah.
Do they make an average size muff? Big Muff seems like it's compensating, TBH. Nice. They do. It's called the Little Big one. Little Big together equals reasonable. But the reasonable muff does not
The
sound like a
reasonable
good
muff. I
selling
like that
thing.
though. Yeah.
The reasonable muff is not as big of a seller as the big muff. All right. Let's unpatch some things here. Switch them out.
Actually, yeah, I'm gonna get this octave guy out of here too. Get the hyper fuzz going.
Let's hang out with us while we swap stuff on the billboards, guys.
Don't mind us, people.
Yeah. So far, I do like the tone of the high road fuzz quite a bit. I like the flexibility of the hook quite a bit.
Yeah.
Just because you can kind of use it like for other things as well, but it does do that clipped out sound really nicely.
All right.
Good top mount jacks. We are back. You know what? I'm just gonna lean this over so that I don't drop it. Solid Black Russian muff. I'm here. Yep, totally. We can plug that one in again. But yeah, we're just shooting out a bunch of different fuzz pedals tonight, man. Just super fun. The Humble Muff. That's a good name for one.
Oh, the humble muff. Yeah.
The Humble Muff. Oh man, there's too many things going on in this thread tonight for me to say. All right, let's get this going here. What's that now? That's the hyper
This
fuzz.
is the hyper fuzz.
All right, I'm gonna see how it goes.
It's got 2 different fuzz modes on it.
Okay, sweet. I think I'm all patched in. There's some good ones here. Oh, hello, F22. Yep, the FZ2. So, okay, I want to look at the controls on this.
Yep.
So it's similar to the Metal Zone where it's got like the toggle. So it's got Fuzz 1, Fuzz 2, and gain boost.
And a gain boost, yeah. So it's probably like an overdrive kind of thing, I would assume.
And then it has like the treble bass tone on it as well.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, so it's got gain, and then it's.
Yeah, treble's
Okay,
the center
yeah,
pin and bass is the outer
totally,
pin, yeah.
yeah.
Man, this is throwing me back to owning a Metal Zone when that was like the I used to literally, like, I was laughing about this, like, when I was like maybe 11 years old and like didn't have like a little practice amp or like anything like that. I literally brought my Metal Zone pedal and my headphones to the cabin and plugged the guitar into the Metal Zone and then plugged the headphones in.
Nice, yeah.
It was like the worst thing. It's like the worst sound in the entire world. But it was cool at the time when I was playing like Metallica on cassette tape.
Totally,
So,
man.
yeah.
Metallica on cassette. Hell yeah.
Let's go. Sorry, I digress.
No, it's all good. Yeah, so I guess this is fuzz 1, first fuzz setting.
That's like more musical than I expected it to be. But man, like I can't get over like the synth sound.
The synth is
like,
very
I feel like
synthy,
I just
yeah.
need to play more fuzz because this sounds cool.
It's weird, yeah.
Yeah,
Also does like a weird thing with like multiple notes.
kind of like clipping out. Totally, yeah. It's like I can't handle it, so it just like
Very,
overloads
yeah,
it.
it gets
Yeah,
super freaked out.
that's neat.
Let's turn the gain up and see what happens.
Rugaze, nice.
Oh, it hates chords.
It almost sounds like the, I guess like a bit crusher. Someone said before. What's
Yeah.
Earthquaker makes one. That is it called the Rainbow Machine?
The Rainbow Machine is
No, it's a
definitely
different thing. No,
pedal,
it's
yeah.
it's something like that. But that's literally
The
what that
Bit
reminds me
Commander?
of. Sorry,
The
Bit
Bit Commander, yeah.
Wow, yeah, it has bit in it.
Well, at first I was like, isn't it called the Bit Crusher? Yeah.
No, it's something like the Bit Commander is what
Yeah.
it was called. But that's almost what that reminds me of.
Yeah, it's very like digital sounding, very synthy.
Yeah. Oh man, yeah, that's wild. Are you just like maxing the gain on it?
I maxed the gain
Yeah,
on
I was
that,
gonna
yeah,
say, I
yeah.
feel like it's just clipping.
And what does Fuzz 2 sound like though?
Whoa, okay, there we go.
That's
That's it.
That's a big shift. Yeah.
Like how about the audio guys tonight are just like, oh.
Yeah, they hate us.
They're like, damn it. Yeah. Thanks for coming out for this stream, John.
Also hates chords.
I know the tonality is totally different, but like it almost reminds me of a sitar at times.
Of a sitar?
Of
Okay,
sitar,
yeah.
like just the attack of it, like the twangy, like, you know what I mean? Like the almost metallic kind of sound. Like not entirely, but like the attack.
Oh, when you say metallic, yeah, I can
the
get what you're
attack
saying,
specifically sometimes sounds like that.
Okay, yeah, I get it.
I don't know.
Yeah, this is a weird one.
That's cool.
Yeah. Should I try this Ron Swanson, or do you want to try one of those?
I'll try one of these. Yeah, I'll try the SI Fuzz because you like that one quite a bit.
I do, yeah.
And you requested this one when you found out that we had it.
Yeah, that one, it's a really nice sounding fuzz, and you can really tweak that one too to kind of your liking.
Like
almost like multiple different kind of fuzz voicings inside that one pedal.
So this is just your overall level.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting. So it's like a bias control. I don't know what that would actually do in a pedal, but. So that's like just totally clipped, and that's the fat mode. Okay. This thing is hairy. Cool. And then this is the bias control.
Yeah, so you're kind of like,
That almost, okay. So that's almost like your clip.
yeah, essentially, yeah.
Like that's almost
It's like starving battery kind of sound, like.
yeah, like
yeah.
your EMGs ran out of juice.
Yeah. Well, it's a thing too, and I was thinking about this too when I turned on the second Big Muff after I had the first one going. The first one's running on battery power, and if that battery is dying, that's going to affect the sound of that fuzz, like heavily.
Right.
Yeah.
Of course.
Like the sag control on like a lot of power sources is exactly that. Just like sims a dying battery.
Simulates
like,
literally what that sound is.
Yeah.
That's really cool. It's almost like one of your strings dead.
Yeah,
To
kind of.
record, yeah. Yeah, that's really neat. Oh my god, I'm slow on that one. Yeah. Sounds sick. Am I getting this right? Get a good fuzz, chase like a motorcycle. That's two-stroke kind of at the same time. Yeah, that's it. Yeah. So yeah, that to me, that's cool. Like that's kind of like that was almost the sitar sound I was talking about.
Okay, yeah.
Can I play Phrygian still? There's no sustain. Yeah, like that type of stuff.
You got the bias turned right down right now, right? Yeah. That's 80s robot sound.
Yeah. Just like stupid whole tone garbage. That's with the bias down.
Yeah.
I was having too much fun with that for a second. That becomes more like, oh, interesting. That's very interesting. That's not what I expected that to do. So that almost is like, as you turn it down, it's like choking it.
Choking it.
Yeah, that's really neat. So it's like literally makes a lot of sense.
So it's like spit out a
That
lot
name
more,
makes
yeah.
sense now that I know what it does. Versus. Cool, okay. And then the fuzz obviously is fuzz. And then vintage is just like the voicing. like that. Yeah, I see why you like this. It's like fairly simple, like layout wise, but that's pretty much the sound I would want when going for that type of tone.
Hell yeah, dude.
Cool. I like that. So that's the SI fuzz.
All right.
The Ron's okay. This is the moment of truth here.
Yeah, I've been looking forward to this all day.
I don't even know Derek has tried this thing. Derek,
Yeah.
if you're still here, we're gonna crack the Ron Swanson. So who in the comments likes Parks and Rec and also knows that Nick Offerman actually builds guitars?
Does he? I know he's like a works with wood. I didn't know
Yeah, he
does
literally
guitars.
builds and sells guitars.
Crazy.
Yeah, not obviously not as a full-time thing. I think he just like does it as a hobby and
Yeah, no, it's still
sells
wild,
like
yeah.
a certain amount of them per year, but like legit makes guitars.
Huh.
So that's very cool.
Yeah. Also, we're saying we didn't try any of these pedals before we got in here too.
That's true.
Yeah. This is kind of a surprise for all of us right now. What's gonna
Yes,
happen.
but I think in general, no one here has tried this and has no idea what to expect.
Yeah.
So it's made by a company called Idiot Box Effects, which is an excellent name.
I've heard of them. I've seen some of their pedals. Never played through them. All right, everything's set to noon. Let's just give it a whirl.
A minor. Oh, jeez.
I
Oh,
know.
jeez. Oh, no. That's a good one. Thanks, bud. Sorry.
All good. I'm gonna go for it.
Yeah.
The controls are interesting. It's got an expression, a tone, and a balance control.
This is bad. Not Fort Wayne bad, but bad. That's cool, actually. I like that.
It's interesting.
It sounds a little more choked than I was
Yeah.
expecting, maybe. Like, I kind of expected it to not be that hairy.
Oh yeah.
It's not.
I was expecting it to be like a fuller sounding thing, not so choky and
That's
like
sweet.
very
though.
spitty.
Yeah.
What is the expression doing exactly? Actually, it might also be like a bias control.
Same type of thing. Like, it opens up more as you go.
Yeah. Exactly, yeah.
Yeah, that's cool, man.
That's cool, yeah.
She's noisy.
She is noisy.
He says with the Swanson dial back, with the Swanson dial back, and try some ZZ Top. Sweet.
That's the thing, there is no actual like gain knob on it.
Right.
It's just a bias, a tone, and a balance, which as far as I can tell is just volume.
I would imagine tone is kind of the. That's so choked.
It's so choky.
It's cool though.
Almost an octave-y, like an octave fuzz kind of thing too.
Yeah. If that had an octave built into it, actually, that would be like exactly the tone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Nice. Cool.
Interesting.
All right. I'm gonna give this bandsaw a go, which I haven't tried in a really long time. So let's see if it goes.
You have tried this one before though?
Yeah. It's my buddy's fuzz that he made, but it's basically like the volume is kind of what gives you the fuzz. And that's the clip light there, so like you can tell he's clipping. Sweet, actually, it's like a lot more transparent. drive there.
Yeah.
Sounds great.
It's way tamer than I thought it was gonna be.
I wonder if you can run it at 18 volts. I forget if you told me that, because I feel like with some of these, if you run them at 18, they'll get hairier.
Yeah.
But like that's really nice actually. Just as like a kind of just like a fuzzy overdrive.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, I like that a lot.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
there you
very-
go.
Oh yeah.
Man, the harmonic content's so different doing that on a fuzz. Is that a? Oh, that's a Priestess song, isn't it?
Yeah.
Lay down.
Yeah.
That I'm not going to try to play, but that main riff I remember being really cool.
It actually came on the radio, so I was talking to orchestra. Yeah, it's a dope song, man.
Yeah, that was it. Was that a Guitar Hero song?
I'm almost positive it was.
Was that a Lay Down by Priestess? Was that a Guitar Hero song? It must have been.
I think so. Put
You
it in
guys
the
are too
comments
old
if you
for
guys
Guitar
know.
Hero. You're never too old for Guitar Hero. Just remember hanging out in my buddy's basement, like playing it and getting frustrated because I'd play songs that I like knew how to play on guitar that I would fail on Guitar Hero and just be like, "That's not the real song." It's like, it's like just so dumb. Yeah, that's great. I would actually use that as like a, well, I mean, obviously for that fuzz sound, but like just for the lighter like drive tones on it too.
Yeah, it's a great drive. Yeah, a great like fuzzy style drive.
Yeah, you could actually do the.
That's on right now.
Yeah. It's really nice just as that.
Yeah.
But then it's easy to get up here.
It's not as bad as the hoop was.
So, but yeah, that's great. That's probably the most musical out of all the ones we've tried.
Definitely, yeah.
To be honest.
And I'm
really-
shocked, man. Yeah,
I'm really
I was
surprised. Yeah.
expecting a totally different thing with that.
Good
Yeah.
work. Yeah, my friend Victor Beaumont, who is, I could say not married, but like common law with my best friend from like daycare as a kid growing up. They have a kid together now, which is awesome. But I remember like the first time.
yeah.
Remember, I've known my friend Jesse from Dartmouth. We've been friends forever, and I went out there with my wife, and we met Victor. And he's like, "Yeah, I build pedals. Check this out." And he just like gave me this fuzz pedal. Sick.
awesome,
Sounds
man,
awesome.
yeah.
So it's sick. Yeah. So he's a solid dude. It's called his company's called Top Sail Electronics.
Okay.
In
Top Sail?
in Nova Scotia. Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I'll look into them.
Killer, man. Yeah.
It's a cool sounding fuzz unit, dude.
Absolutely. Guitar Hero 3. Awesome.
Thanks, Andy.
One sounds like a gateway fuzz. Yeah, exactly. In a sense, like it's almost like not too much that it would overwhelm you. You kind of just like get into like what it does and then decide if you want more or less of that.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally.
Gateway fuzz. I like that.
Yeah. What else we got here? Got a couple more?
We got a couple more. We got
the-
another Joey.
The
No, this is
the Mjolnir, yeah, which I don't
What
think
is
is
it?
I don't think it's a fuzz. I think it is a drive, but I think
Okay.
it can get a little more on that.
Gets a little fuzzy. Well, we can try this one out.
Yeah, I think that's the last one we got there.
Okay.
Last one for now. And just obviously the G4, which is not a fuzz pedal, but can get there. So we'll mess around with that after. But yeah,
It's
man.
almost like a more articulate.
Yeah,
fuzz
yeah,
at times,
and
yeah.
that kind of goes back to what we were talking about before. Is like, you know, we've always been
Want to try it?
sure, yeah, if you want.
Go for it.
Yeah, we've always kind of like Revv's thing has always been like clarity, and I guess like even with the amps, you know, we want to give you like a clear enough platform that you can do whatever you want to do with it. So a lot of these tones are quite new.
Yeah,
to
you
me,
don't
to me
ever-
and to us, like well, yeah,
You don't ever play with fuzz.
no, ever, like never. Literally, I think this is the first time a fuzz has actually touched my board. But yeah, no, like this is, I think, like obviously there's a huge market for these types of things, and like it's just a different philosophy with the tone. It's a lot more just about like the body and like the impact of it and like the hairiness of it versus like that articulation. It's just about like the size of it and the impact of it. Like when we like kind of throw back to the show last week when we were playing with Cancer Bats, like all of their tones are just huge, fuzzed out, like high watts, just cranked, and it's like, man, I could never play with that tone, but it sounds so good. Like like when you're listening to it, it's
just
like,
a huge wall of sound, man.
Yeah. Amp going on the G20 does do very well. Just crank it. Yeah. Craig, what's up, dude? Craig from Torchlight Brewing, who sent us all those beers. Yeah.
Right on.
Yeah, he was saying on the comments too, if you just go to the G20 and fucking just crank. It's a wide switch, man. It's like the sag. Just get that out. Yeah, it does do it. Definitely does do it. Yeah, the G20 is like, it can get, like the wide switch kind of gives it that sub bass. Like if you really want that. The attack's still there. And that's I think like the fuzz, like having kind of that like clip on the input is kind of what gives it that. Like it's huge.
It's where you get that sludgy sound though, because like there is no like initial attack. It's just there. It's just
that's exactly it. It's just the sonic space of it. It's not. Yeah, that's 100% what it is, dude. Yeah, 100%. But yeah, that actually. Again, never would run my amp like that, but it works. It works really, really well for that.
I would say it stacks up with anything we played here today. Yeah, it's just way more articulate.
100%. Yeah, and that was I guess what we were getting to is like we definitely come from that side of things. So like delving into this and like there's a huge market for these types of tones. Yeah. So it is fun to kind of get in and explore all this.
It's a very different side of high gain.
More volume. Yeah. Sorry. We're let's hear the D20 dimed. Yeah. Do you want to do that?
Just the D20 dimed, nothing on?
Yeah, I don't know how heavy it gets.
It's not gonna get super heavy. Turn it back on.
That's as hairy as she gets.
Yep.
Crazy.
That's it.
That's it. Are you on pre? Take the pre switch out. That'll push the preamp gain more. Little, like it kind of starts to clip a bit. Oh, I see what you mean. The attack does do that.
Yeah, not quite the same though.
No. Is Mjolnir the hammer from Thor? Is that what it is?
I don't know.
I think that's what it is.
Not super up to.
No, me either.
Speed of my mythology.
Well,
my
like
Norse mythology.
My wife and I are watching the Marvel movies right now. It's like the only reason that I know that, I think. It's like we're watching all of them like chronologically. Oh yeah, okay, so that's a drive.
Oh
yeah. It's way hotter than I thought though. Attack though, right? Same thing.
That's it. Is that both of them together?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try to play like a.
What if you reversed them? What if you did the fuzz into the drive?
That probably would work pretty well, actually. Let's try that. Let's flip them around.
Again, that's how I usually run my muff, is like into a drive. I just find that it kind of...
Yeah. It kind of just like hits the front end of it a little nicer.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's give her a go. Switch them around. Little switcheroo. bandsaw. However, I can make them fit here. I feel like
don't fit.
the way that pedal sounds too, like. Yeah.
That's a sound, man. I like it.
It does it. Funny though, because there's still some clarity there. Like I feel like the bias pot or like
Yeah.
the clip pot, as you were saying, is kind of like the key to that. Like because it kind of like pushes like, I don't know. Again, to me, it seems like the input, like attack being gone, is like the biggest thing that makes it sound like weird and like muffly like that.
Yeah.
Because like you're getting, as you were saying, all of the presence and all of like the sonic space of everything just without the initial like attack.
Attack of it, yeah.
Yeah, which is what makes it sound like squishy. Like it almost like pulls.
Yeah, totally. Yeah.
If you know what I mean. Like this is a weird.
Yeah, well,
gesture to do, but, like-
nothing pops out. It's
Yeah.
all just like
And you can
taking up this space.
Yeah,
It's all just sitting
and you can
there,
kind of
yeah.
just control like how quickly that's gonna like pop and release and like all of that. So, yeah.
And then you turn the bias down and it's like all attack.
JT, are you talking about the like the 5150 back there? We haven't tried it out yet. I think we want to do like an all EVH stream at some point because Derek is like a huge Van Halen fan and is trying his best to acquire all of the Van Halen gear from across the ages and has managed to, I think at this point, we have access to pretty much every iteration of 5150. So it would be cool to actually compare them all. Yeah. Yeah, I know the Iconic is quite different, but I think it got pretty good feedback for what it's intended to be. We just haven't had a chance to try it out yet, but hopefully we'll be able to soon. For sure. Cool, man. What's your favorite out of the ones that we've tried?
Are the ones that we tried? I do like the Russian Big Muff. Yeah, I didn't try the hoof. I have played the hoof before though, actually.
Plug it in.
It's a wicked pedal.
Try it out. Yeah, I will say this is probably my favorite of the ones that we've tried. But I think it's the flexibility. Like I'm still a fan of like having more control, and this comes down to personal preference. Like I feel like a lot of the time when people are playing these types of sounds, they just want to turn it up more.
Yeah.
And have it do the thing that they want. Hey Mitch, what's up, dude? No problem at all. Thanks for tuning in. Hoof is your favorite today, Alex? Yeah. Yeah, I think it's the most flexible. Yeah, that sounds good, man. Like that's just like a classic Western.
Yeah.
Craig, that's awesome, dude. Yeah, we'll definitely do that.
Yeah, that's cool, man.
It's funny because like I'm realizing this is like my epiphany of the night is like the fuzz all comes down to the way the attack responds. But it's funny when I'm hearing that, like initially when you're picking without like in a normal sound, you kind of hear like the peak of your transient when you pick.
Yeah.
And with that I'm hearing it after. It's like you pick and then it opens up like
Okay,
after
yeah.
the fact. It's like, mwah, like kind of like
Interesting, yeah.
as opposed to like bah. It's like mwah,
Yeah.
like when you're picking like that.
It's like, yeah, okay, that's interesting.
Like pick like that again. I think that makes sense, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
It's cool, man.
The Triple X is a super underrated amp, and also Vin Diesel is cool. So, yeah. I'm curious, like, you were running that into the G3 before. What would it sound like going to the G4? That has like a little bit more sag. Because I think that's like the G4 is more in the realm of these types of sounds. It's a meow instead of a bark, kind of. I like that, yeah.
That is pretty fucking cool, actually.
So, out of curiosity, set the G3 and the G4 the same way, and then see how each sound with that. You know what I mean? Like run, kind of set like the fuzz how you would set it to do that, and then the G3 and the G4 the exact same way.
Okay.
I just want to hear how they respond.
Okay.
Nice.
Like, do you want me to like to my ear set them the same way, or just like set the controls the same way?
Literally put the controls the exact same way. I'm just curious to hear the difference in low end mostly, because the G3 is very tight and the G4 is a little more saggy. So with the hoof.
Wait, I don't love that though.
That's sweet. It's pretty angry. Blessed Heavy Elements, thank you very much, man. Thanks for tuning in. Yeah, there it is. That's the G4 now. Such a difference in the main character. That's
Wickedly different.
That's crazy. That's the G3 now. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool. It's funny. I'm hearing more of that. Like as I compare the channels, more like just the really prominent upper high mids in the G3 versus the G4. Like either good or bad. It's totally a matter of what
just
you
how different
what
they
you
are.
like. Yeah. But like the high mid and like attack of the G3 is so bright versus the G4, and the G4 has a lot more sag that this does not. So.
Yeah, so they take fuzz vastly differently.
Totally. Yeah, that gets into something like a spark plug was missing. Both at the same time? Sure, let's do it. That's what Derek. That's what Derek would do. Let's do
That's what Derek would do.
Tell him the octopus eats you. So ridiculous. That's so dumb. Nice. Oh, dude. You know what you should do?
That's for you, Derek.
You know what you should do? That was for Derek. You should grab the baritone.
Oh,
And I'm gonna grab a bass. That's what we're gonna do. So actually, I will take this opportunity to kind of briefly answer a question that seems to be a fairly common question that we get because the Pro Series now, but I get these more with the Alpha Series amps. But because they have a virtual cabinet, can you use a bass with them? Because obviously the biggest risk with a bass, or maybe not obviously, for anyone who may not know, I guess the biggest risk with using a bass with a guitar amp is obviously the speakers are not made to handle those types of frequencies.
Yeah.
Most preamps in a guitar amp itself will be able to handle the impedance of a bass signal. It's just that the drivers on the speaker themselves are not meant to cater to those sub-low frequencies at all. So it does risk damaging a guitar speaker, not necessarily a guitar head. So with the two-note stuff, like, you know, if you have bass IRs that you like, or even guitar IRs that you like, you can absolutely use a bass through the direct out on the amp. So we're gonna grab a jazz bass and do that, because that's fun. I don't think we've ever had that on, I mean, Paul had his Dingwall out here on the stream when the band guys were out here, but I don't think we've done any bass stuff on the stream, so. I'm gonna turn this off just to be safe.
even though it should be fine. But yeah, so sorry, you can absolutely use a bass with the Alpha Series amps using the virtual cab, and that's honestly like a nice way. I mean, bass you can usually record direct anyway and get a good sound with, you know, a preamp or some sort of VST. But you could record bass direct that way as well, should you want to. Grab it from over here. I think this is an American bass. Maybe. Sorry, guys, in advance.
I love some bass fuzz,
That's
dude.
stupid, dude. Oh, that's awesome. So that's the SI fuzz. I'm also picking like a guitar player, but
Cool.
yeah, it's a bass.
Yeah.
Wait, what is that? That's at a B?
Yeah, I gotta drop down after that. I gotta drop down to A.
Oh, it's an A. Yeah. So much feedback, single coil pickups too. Just
Yeah.
like just cranking them.
It just sounds like everything's imploding on itself.
Yeah.
And I love it.
But yeah, that's what the bass sounds like, you know, through an Alpha Series amp. I've never actually tried this, so let's try it with. That's just the G20. Damn, that's really nice. So this is literally just the G20 in a compressor.
Sounds rad, man.
So dumb. Manny, we missed you tonight, dude. John is killing it.
Oh,
but
Manny.
We miss you and appreciate you helping us set up the rig earlier today, because we didn't know what we were doing. We tried. We're like, we need someone here to help us. So we FaceTimed Manny, and he was like telling us all this stuff on console will change. Anyways, miss you, and hope you're feeling better, man. Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
Anything else you want to cover? Anything else anyone wants to hear? What was your favorite pedal that you heard tonight, or what's your favorite fuzz pedal that we should check out?
I think I like that question.
Yeah,
I want to know what I should check out.
Yeah, what's your favorite fuzz pedal, or like what pedals do you guys like for these types of tones that we might not know of that you think we should try out on the stream?
Because I'll be honest with you, my favorite one that I played tonight, I think, is still the Octopussy.
Yeah, it sounds really freaking cool, man.
It's just so cool.
Yeah.
It's just so different and weird.
Yep, it just does.
And I've had it for a while, so like I'm familiar with it. I know what it does. And
I will say,
what it doesn't
Cattle
do.
and Bread has a couple really cool pedals where they just do like something. Like it's not like it doesn't like
it's
do
not
it.
even like
It
a
doesn't.
musical thing necessarily. It just does.
Yeah,
It's specific thing.
It just does a thing.
Yeah.
And that does that. It like has, it's kind of this weird like in between so many things.
Yeah.
But Earthquake is like that too.
Totally. Yeah.
And it's just its own thing. It's really, really unique.
Yeah,
for sure.
I love it.
Fuzzlord Void Master. Craig, you've had some very accurate input on this topic, so I will take your word for that and look to check that out. Fuzzlord Void Master. Just the Void Master on its own sounds like what I want.
Robbie's saying the Eruptor by Earthquaker too.
Yep, that's a really good
That's the
one.
thing. The world of fuzz is so huge, man. There's so much out there for fuzz pedals.
Yeah. Tech 21.
Really?
Sweet.
Okay.
It sounds like a Guardians of the Galaxy character. Who? Fuzzlord Void Master. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Oh, it's funny. Void Master. I was watching. It's funny you mentioned that. Like I mentioned, just like when we're bored and have nothing to do, we've just like been putting on the Marvel movies like in chronological order, and it was the one with Taserface.
Oh,
Remember
man.
Taserface? That was so funny to me. So the whole time he was saying that, and I'm like, what? And then the character's like, dude, what? Like, that's the worst. Anyways, that was great. We built a one-knob fuzz using a combo BC108. That's awesome, dude. Yeah, that's sick. I feel like fuzz is one that it's like, I mean, obviously to make it do certain things or to make it do like the thing, there's a specific art to that. But in a sense, I feel like for building pedals, it's a good starting point.
Yeah.
Not too complex.
It's a very simple circuitry. Yeah. I mean, like obviously, yeah, they can get more elaborate, but like
but
like a fuzz face is like what is it? 2 transistors?
It's like nothing.
Yeah, it's like literally nothing. It's like 4
Yeah.
components. I think.
Yeah. Yeah, it's very simple because I think it just kind of is choking.
Yeah,
the
exactly.
circuit
Yeah.
out, right? Like that's exactly it. So, what do we got? Lurch Audio's Song Comes, amazing. Ballad of House Brown by Nazareth. Oh man, I wish I knew that. Do it. Tonight maybe you want to pull it on my pedal building kit. Dude, do it, man. Absolutely. Like, we'd love to, if you ever build anything that you want to let us check out, man, we'd love to do that and get your stuff on the stream. Some easy DIY fuzzes. Yeah, totally. You know what? That's the mission, everyone. Build your
Everyone
own.
go home and build
your
a
own
fuzz
fuzz
pedal, yeah.
pedals and post a video that we can share. Yeah, exactly. That's your homework for this week, guys. Cool. All right. Well, yeah. I mean, if anyone has any other questions, let us know now. Otherwise, I think we want corn. I don't know any corn songs here.
Yeah,
I'll
I
show
don't know
you.
any questions. There it is. Yeah.
I just tune it down really, really low. Sorry. There, that's your corn cover. I will.
It's close enough. Yeah.
I don't know, man. I don't know any chord songs. I won't hate. They're sick of what they do. I just don't know any chord songs. Deal. Sick. Yeah, Dave, that'd be awesome, dude. For anyone wanting to build something like there you go. Awesome. I love that this is getting everybody going on that, man. That's sick. Like, as much as you guys are like tinkering around and building your own stuff, like that's super cool. Use whatever transistors you find. Nice. Awesome. Maybe I'm going to do that.
Do it, man. Yeah.
Cool.
It's homework. We all have to do it.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go home and do it too. Yeah.
Probably go home and practice building pedals because that's like what we do.
It's yeah.
Yeah. Cool. All right. Well, I think if that's the case, then we'll probably sign her off for tonight. Dude, thanks for coming back out.
Oh,
Thanks,
of
it's
course,
been a while
man. Thanks
since
for
we've had
having
you.
me.
Appreciate you. Yeah, man. Absolutely. We'll have to get you back on soon.
It's fun to be here and play with some cool toys, man.
Totally, man. Like as I've said many times, like these are not things that I would usually sit down and mess around with. So it's been very enlightening to actually be like, oh, that's cool. Like I would use that for, where it was suited.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, there's a couple of things here that I've seen kicking around the shop since I started too. It's like nice to finally sit down with them and like see what they can actually do.
Yeah, totally, man. Yeah, Derek's always got all this stuff sitting around. So it's
Yeah.
like I was really surprised to hear that. Like I like that kind of hearing that is like the starting point of all this stuff. Like
Totally,
that's
yeah.
kind of like the origin story. So Yeah.
This guy really surprised me. That was weird. I want to sit down with more with this. I think.
I
It's
think I
gonna
need
take-
more time with that one.
Yeah.
But I think off the cuff, I'd have to try the Octopussy. But the hoof for me was kind of the more versatile one.
Yeah.
So really like that a lot.
Cool.
Cool. All right, guys. Thanks for tuning in. We will be back next week. I know Derek will be back next week because he gets home tomorrow. I'm not sure what topic we're going to be doing, but Derek will be back next week, and we'll be, resuming the, whatever you want to call them, the bends. Derek's bends will be back. All the pedals will be turned on.
Yeah.
Lots of modulation at unreasonable speeds. And yeah, it's going to be sick. Actually, legit though, Derek, I'm joking around, but Derek actually did pick up a couple of really sweet pieces when he was on this trip that we want to get on the stream.
Oh,
And,
right on.
I think we'll end up having like a Derek's New Gear Day type thing where he can come in and show us some of his new fun stuff.
Can't wait to
And,
see
and
it all.
also the Van Halen thing, like we'll try to do that. But yeah, we really appreciate you guys tuning in. Thanks a lot.
Yeah. We'll see you next week.
See you next week. Take care. And now we're going to sit here until they decide to turn the cameras off. I don't even know what I tuned this to because I just dropped it super low.
You dropped nothing.
Okay. Time to go now.